Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kim Whiters, and this channel is all about being the best you can be at whatever age and stage you're in. For myself and many others like me, we are in the empty nesting phase. I am a 50-something, 57 to date as of this day. May 31st, 2025. And when I tell you this journey has been such a blessing in more ways than one, I truly have an appreciation for it. But first, I want to welcome you to my channel. I would appreciate it if you would love, not just like this channel, honey. I want you to love this channel, okay? Because over here, we're going to get into all the realness and the rawness of life and everything that it has to bring. Even when we don't want life to bring it, we still know that it's all part of life. And just know that nothing and no one is coming for you, okay? It's not a terrible, horrible, awful thing that's happening to you. It really is just life in many cases. But as my grandmother used to say, it may be hard, but it's fair. It is. Each and every single solitary phase of your life that you're in, have gone through, and will be going through soon is part of your journey. And I'm a firm believer that your journey isn't just for you, that it is for the next person that's coming along behind you. It's for someone else. It's for you to be able to talk to someone else about what it is that you've been through so that they know that they're not alone. They're not the only ones, and that it will be okay ultimately. I've been trying to figure out for the longest what the format is, like how I want to try to work this channel, like trying to make sure that the background and the aesthetics and all of the different things are perfect. And when I tell you that has done nothing but delay me for so long. And this morning, I just had such a wonderful experience and encounter in just my personal life that I'll talk about it another day, but it just really tugged at my heart so much that even in this chaos that is my office, we're going to put on a blur and we're going to get in here and we're going to talk about what we need to talk about anyway. So on this channel, I'm going to have what I'm going to call currently Conversations with Kim. Some may be short, some may be long, but there will be conversations and we'll talk about a little bit of everything. There will be really no off limits unless somebody try to get out of pocket, then we will address that. But over here, we believe in God. So over here, if you come over here, you come forward, then you just know that it will be dealt with accordingly. Okay? Thus saith the Lord. Okay? Because we know who the vengeance belongs to. And I'm gonna leave that right there. I am at a point in life now where, again, like I said, I'm 50 somethings closer to 60 than I am to 50. I get up every morning. I'm still actually in my walking clothes that I do on Saturday mornings. I let my puppy, my almost 80-pound pit bull boy puppy, because he's my baby, take me for a walk every Saturday and Sunday. And it's so refreshing just to be able to do that. And what I've learned from me is, instead of feeling like, oh my God, I got to go for a walk, I got to get up, I got to go do this, I let him take me for a walk because that's what he makes me feel, right? So this is just what I do to keep myself in a headspace where it's like, you know what? Hey, my baby wants to take me for a walk this morning, so I got to go in here and I got to get him so that he can take me for a walk, because he's fully committed. I mean, when I tell you that he will give a bark, a howl, and I swear that he, literally cusses in puppy language, telling me to get up, mama, let's go, because we have to go. I have to take you for a walk. And it does him good because he's cooped up in the house every day. And this gives him good exercise, and he gets to get out in the sunshine and stuff like that. So I've learned that, guess what? It's not just for me, it's for him. But this is how I'm doing something great for the both of us. So we get up, we go outside, we go for a walk. I turn on some wonderful, I have a station that I listen to actually generally every day. And I don't know, I'll try to figure out, because I'm figuring this thing out, y'all. Figure out how to link this channel that I listen to with a word that comes in from Denzel Washington. I don't know if many of y'all know about that or not, but Denzel has an awesome channel that he talks about the goodness of God, and it's about nothing but the goodness of God and about us and our walk with Christ, and just learning to work your way through, and how the Bible and things in the Bible apply to everyday life, just how we are working and navigating our way through. But it is wonderful, and I absolutely love it. So I turn that on, and me and my puppy, we go for a walk. And I was actually to kind of, well, probably still kind of in the same train of thought. My daughter and I were talking a little while ago, and I was telling her about how I had a journal that I got for Christmas, y'all, for Christmas, and how by about the end of March, first part of April, maybe like the end of April, let's say at the max, I had completely written up every page in it, because in this part of life, I'm learning to get my thoughts out. I learned years ago that a superwoman, again, is not a real person. And as women, who it is that we've been taught to be and who we've been taught to become, and how things have to, look and appear to be. Because when I say appear, I use that term loosely because of the fact that the appearance of things doesn't mean that's the way it really is. But we've been taught that people will see you this way, or if you do this, this is going to be that way. And in so many cases, number one, people ain't even studying you. They're not thinking about you and what you got going on in your life, and what it is that you think people may see, honey, is so far removed from the truth and what real life is, because they got their own stuff going on. So the appearance of things, kind of how we have brought it back into the way life is now, just like everything that's going on behind me, utter chaos. That's what's been going on in here. Utter chaos. But realizing, number one, that it is chaotic. It is chaotic. And guess what? I'm human. And so are many of you. We're all human. None of us have it all figured out. And we don't come with instructions. So we have to take each and every single solitary day as it comes, and pray that every day, with every renewing of each day, we do better today than we did yesterday, and that we are at least 1%, just 1% better on this new day than we were yesterday. That is the most realistic thing we could ever do for ourselves. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to absorb or get caught up in what it is that we have been taught over and over again in our lives, growing up as young women. And what we are embarking upon in this phase of life is truly important for our release. We are learning to live life a whole lot freer. It's not about the judgment, because everybody gets judged, honey. Everybody gets judged. It does not matter who it is, what it is. We will judge a tree just looking at it, and that tree is right there doing what it's supposed to do, minding its own business. That tree is in its greatness. But we will say, oh, that tree needs to be trimmed, or, oh, they need some mulch around that tree. And I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of that thing of there's this judgment that we constantly feel that there's a need for improvement on everything. And it's not. Like, some things are just fine, just the way they are. It's just fine the way it is. But society, historical data, upbringing, things within our families, our culture, have always led us to believe that this needs to be that in order to be better, or that needs to be that in order to be better. Nothing could be further from the truth. That stuff is fine just the way it is. And when the time comes for it to be better or be different or elevate, if you will, to its next level, then that'll happen. But until then, it's good just the way it is. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't need to add nothing to it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. We take and put way too much emphasis on our opinion of what something should be. Again, no need. Getting to that place where you can rest in the fact that, guess what? Hey, nobody can tell you what you need to do better about you. Unsolicited opinions, negative impacts. Some people be what I would call, be almost like a cross-country skier, honey, going all out of their way to come and tell somebody what it is they need to do, when they need to be literally trying to check to see what it is that they have going on in their own house. What do you have going on in your life? How's life for you? Because if you got this much time to come over here, to come in somebody else's space, let's say that, and try to tell them what it is they need to be doing, then you clearly can't be keeping up with what's going on at your house. Did you water your grass? Have you put any seed on it? Have you checked to see if your grass even need to be cut? You got some yellow patches, some brown patches, some bald patches. You have all those different things going on over there at your house that you need to be concerning yourself with. But yeah, you over here worrying about what somebody else got going on. Check for you, boo, before you try to check for others. You know? Again, that's a lot of time that you're just wasting doing something that you don't need to be doing. I did not want to allow one more minute to go by, not one more day, one more minute, one more second, without, you know what, we push and play. And the beautiful thing is that I just realized more than anything else, and I talk about stuff like this. Forgive me, someone of my neighbors walking by, so I was like, wait a minute, hold on, because I'm very aware of my surroundings, even at home. Like I said, the metaphor of what's going on in the mind a lot of times is our surroundings. And the clutter, the different projects, you have 5, 6, 7 different things that you done got started all at one time and ain't finished nothing. And it was, to me, y'all should have saw me scrambling like, oh, let me look, wait a minute, hold on. When I turned the camera on to actually kind of look to see like what was going on, I was like, okay, this is right there in the background. I said, you know what? Stop. This is what keeps me from pushing play all the time. This is what keeps me from pushing play all the time. Because I'm worried about how is it going to look? What is it saying? This is my life right now. Not the worst thing, but it's my own version of chaos right now. It's just my chaos. Regardless of what you may see in a picture, how much I may smile, whatever, I still got some chaos going on in the background. There's still chaos going on in the background. And it's okay. Because it's not going to be forever. It's just right now. So taking the time to sort through all of these things, getting everything in the place where it goes. Getting everything where I want it to be, properly positioning everything, aligning everything. And then a lot of times before I can get it straight again, guess what? My brain has moved on to another project. And now here we go again. It's kind of funny because I watch myself in these patterns constantly, and it's like, okay, Kim, I'm learning to be more intentional about, okay, if I get something, okay, go ahead, put that where it is you want it to be, or do whatever it is that you want to do with that. Not just stacking things up, or, okay, but I'm gonna put this right here, but I'm gonna get that later. Just, it's those little things, because again, it's not perfect and it don't have to be perfect. I have been the biggest fan of just watching YouTube for the longest. When I tell you love it, love it. YouTube is my own personal, like I tell my husband, I said, this is my selective vision, because I like to watch things that apply to my life. And I'm also very careful and intentional about what I put in my spirit. I'm very careful about that. So I watch the things that I want to watch. And for me, I'm very big on self-improvement, on personal development. I'm very big on the energy that things bring. I'm very intentional. I'm very intentional at this phase of my life. Not taking things too serious, but seriously, I take things for what they are and what it can add to me. I don't need a bunch of clutter up in here. There's more than enough going on. Listen, I am a full-time job, okay? I am literally a full-time job with overtime, okay? Overtime, shift differentials, bonuses, all kinds of other incremental payments. I am that. And in a whole, I am that. But guess what? This is all part of who I am. All of that encompasses me. All of it encompasses me. And I'm learning and have learned to love every single solitary minute of it. I get to do this with me every day. I get to sit with me. Not, I get to sit with me every day. Every day. I get to figure out who I am every day. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And this will be going on until I leave here. Hold on, y'all, because I think we've been crooked all this time. My little line is crooked. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. So, even if we've been crooked all this time, just roll with me, y'all, because it'll get better as time goes on. So, I'm already at 16 minutes, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds. So I'm going to bring this one to a close because I want to start out just kind of not overwhelming myself, not trying to do too much, not trying to just, content. But I do want to there will be more conversations with Kim. I wanted to really be very impromptu for the most part. It's like I'm going to plan it to be impromptu, planned, but like when I get those moments, like right then, it's like, okay, let's jump in here, let's have this conversation. Because this is going to be Conversations with Kim. This channel is called Be Youthfully You. That is what it is called. Because it is about being the person that you have become through these 3 phases of life. See what I'm saying? Words just be trying to come out the way they want to come out, but you will not stop my greatness, okay? Because God said so. That's exactly where I am. So, Be Youthfully You is about being who it is that you are, being okay with who you are, where you are, and being willing to make whatever changes that you feel that you need to make honestly. See, because we're going to be about being honest over here with ourselves. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to be sitting up, no rationalizations, no justifications. We're not going to do that. We're going to be honest with ourselves. That's what this channel is. So if you're not a person that's want to do the mirror work, this won't be the channel for you. This won't be the channel for you. Because we're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about it all. Okay? So, I love you all. Be sure to comment and subscribe. As we are growing in this community, we're going to look to become better. We're going to look to become better. We're going to look to do better. We're going to look to be better, because nothing stops us but us. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off so I don't get to rambling again, because I am one of those. When I get to talk about being better, I will go. It's almost like somebody just, how they put the rabbit out there and the dog tastes. Yeah, it's like that. That's where I go. That's where I go. So I'm going to go, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. We will talk again soon. Okay? I love you all. Talk to y'all next time.